From Kittery to Fort Kent, from Madawaska to Medibemps, welcome to our UUCB Live Theater. Tonight is Saturday Evening Radio Theater, and I'm your host, Paul Hardley, and it's time for Grandma Goody's Studio, brought to you by our favorite sponsor.
When your tummy craves something yummy, reach for good, good. Mother Mabel's pies are good.
Now tonight we have a really yummy mystery for you. Mystery at the Pie Auction, written by Michael Druce and performed by our UUCB cast of shining stars and full moons. Now let's join them for Murder at the Pie Auction. The time, the day before the National Pie Baking Contest and Auction. Location is the dining room of the Minute Senior Center in Minute, Alaska. As our curtain opens, we see local journalist Phoebe Muffet and her best friend, Minaret Towers, organizing silverware and breaking dishes in their senior center. I guess that's convincing.
This is so exciting. Some of the biggest names in pie making right here in our little town. Finally, we have an event worth a banner headline.
Who knows? The Weekly might even be a complete sellout this week.
Yes, and if we had a little bit of scandal to go along with it, the Weekly might even make the national news. I could be up for a press club award.
And who would have thought? Minute, Alaska, for one weekend only, the center of the pie baking universe. Mother Mabel's pie making contest and auction.
When I got up this morning, I was so giddy thinking about tomorrow, I almost swallowed my partial.
Imagine me, personal liaison to Mother Mabel's second in charge, Felicity Hubbard.
And quite the envy of everyone, I might add. Meeting the legendary Julia Lyle almost took my breath away.
She is quite the prima donna.
Oh, by the way, here's an interesting tidbit. I just found out I've been doing some research. Did you know that Julia Lyle and Betty Botter went to high school together?
Really?
It's such a small world. And to think, Julia Lyle thought she knew you. Now, what made her think that?
Posh. Oh, you know how it is. You see one fan, you've seen them all. She probably has me confused with someone else.
When she wasn't looking, I had a wee little taste of her famous very cherry pie. It was beyond words. No wonder she's treated like royalty.
Always has been.
Did you say she's a has-been?
Oh, I didn't say that. I was agreeing with you that she's royalty.
It's like having the Queen of England here, only with personality. And let's not forget Roger Marble. He's so handsome. Does that man make my muffins rise or what? I can't wait to get him alone in the kitchen.
I wouldn't hold my breath on that. I've heard he's still not over his breakup with Eve Simone. Dessert Weekly says she dumped him for another man on the pie circuit.
No matter. I've got a recipe that'll make his timer go ding. Okay.
Speaking of feeling better, how is Eunice Hammond doing? Is she still in the hospital?
Yes, poor thing. It's just awful.
Do they know what it is?
How on earth? I think everyone. Oh dear. Yes, I'm afraid so. And yes, they know what it is. Silly, everyone knows what a hospital is. Oh, you mean the food poisoning?
Well, how on earth did she get the food poisoning?
Believe it or not, she's blaming you. She said the last meal she remembered eating was at your house.
Why would she say such a thing?
She says you did it so you could take her place as personal liaison to Ms. Hubbard.
Oh, that's a horrible, horrible thing to say. She's always been jealous of me.
You know how it is. Pie baking is so cutthroat.
Don't I know that? It's certainly not for the faint of heart. Oh, before I forget, here's that friendship dough you asked for. Oh, it's in here somewhere. Oh,
Thank you. It's heavy.
yes, it is.
We better put it up right now before it grows and smothers someone.
Ha! You just want to see if that gorgeous Mr. Roger Marble has arrived yet.
Am I that transparent?
Like clear wrap.
That's it. That's the 25-cent tour. You've seen the entire town.
In that case, I've overpaid by half. It's worse than my worst nightmare.
I think it has sort of a rustic frontier charm.
Yeah, my grandmother had rustic frontier charm, and the Indians ran away with her.
What happened to her?
The Indians gave her back. Just like the town, the charm wore off in 10 minutes. This place is the gift that keeps on disappointing. Mark, that secretary of yours is a moron. I want her fired.
She has been fired.
Then rehire her and fire her again.
Felicity, how many times can I apologize? On paper, the names of the two towns look a lot alike.
No, not for someone with an education. In real life, Minot, M-I-N-O-T, is Minot, North Dakota, population 46,000. M-Y-N-U-T-E is Minute, Alaska, population 350. Quite a difference.
It was an honest mistake.
Yeah, well, because of that honest mistake, we are hosting a national pie baking contest in the middle
The
of...
wilderness, I get it.
Oh, calling this place the wilderness is an insult to wastelands everywhere.
Felicity, I did everything I could. Once the contract was signed, it couldn't be undone. Not without a hefty cancellation fee. And we couldn't afford to pay. We're almost broke as it is.
That's my point, Mark. This is a make or break it year. We need events that will keep Mother Mabel on the front page and increase sales. In less than 2 months, Granny Goody has come out of nowhere and is making news in Los Angeles, New York, and Chicago. And where are we? We're in the armpit of the world. We need publicity.
I'm working on it.
In 24 hours, we're hosting the finals of Mother Mabel's pie baking contest and auction. And so far, I've seen zero publicity. Zero. There was no press to greet us. There's nothing in the internet, nothing on the Food Network, and nothing on the Pie Network. If that contest doesn't get any publicity, our sponsors will drop us like hot potatoes. Mother Mabel will go broke, Granny Goody will be the new game in town, and you and I would be looking for jobs elsewhere. If I didn't know better, I'd say someone's trying to sabotage us.
At least we have 4 of the biggest names in the pie baking world.
Ha! 3 of the biggest names.
Let's not count out Betty Botter yet.
If I never see that tart again, it will be too soon. When that tell-all book of hers is published, it'll add another level of tension and anxiety to an already horrible situation. Baking Rogue will have everyone ducking for cover. That woman has a decade of knives to sharpen. She's promising a bombshell that will blow the lid off the crock pot. And in this business, there's no shortage of crock.
Hopefully she'll arrive on the next plane. We need all the star power we can get.
I wouldn't count on it. No one's heard from her in 2 weeks.
Good morning, Miss Hubbard.
I wouldn't know. Does it get light here in Alaska? What time is it?
10
Is that AM or PM?
a.m.
I'm sorry, what's your name again?
Minaret Towers. This is my friend, Phoebe Muffet. Phoebe is the editor of the Minute Weekly.
Oh, Mark Weekly, spelled with an A, no doubt. This is my personal assistant, Mark Tucker.
I'd let him handle me personally.
As executive officer of the Baking Club, I just want to say again what a pleasure it is to welcome Mother Mabel's contest to our humble little town.
Yes, well, the pleasure's all yours, I'm sure.
Hopefully your accommodations are to your liking. Did you sleep well?
As well as one can in a hotel decorated with the severed heads of wild animals. There's nothing like having breakfast with a buffalo staring at you.
That was a moose.
Oh, no wonder he reminded me of Mark's secretary.
We've never had a celebrity from the baking world here before.
I can't imagine why.
You won't mind if I take a few notes for the weekly?
It's publicity.
Oh, what Phoebe says is true. This is the biggest thing that's ever happened here. I've been sending in bids for years and to host this contest here, but I didn't think we'd ever really be selected.
You're not the only one who's shocked.
It's like we're at the center of the baking universe.
Oh, we're at the center of something, all right. Is everyone taken care of?
Yes, even as we speak, the smell of freshly baked pies is wafting through the kitchen. Miss Lyle has been here since yesterday, working her magic.
Mark, it's voodoo, no doubt.
Mr. Templeton, Ms. Lyle, and Miss Simone arrived on the 8M flight. I assume Betty Butter and Roger Marble will be arriving on the 10 a.m. flight.
That's it? 2 flights?
Well, there's a 4 o'clock a.m. flight, mail plane, but it doesn't carry passengers.
Mr. Marble makes my heart flutter whenever I see him on the Pie Network. Can that man bake a pie or what? I've wanted to meet him for so long, and now, here, he'll be in our very own senior center.
Perhaps you'll be able to keep your apron on long enough to make sure we're all set for Mr. Templeton. Judges can be quite finicky about things, you know. One more thing. Who will be the local representative in the competition?
Well, it was supposed to be Eunice Hammond, but she came down with food poisoning. And well, I'm the alternate. You don't think it will be considered a conflict of interest, do you?
I don't think anyone cares.
Good grief. What is this, Antiques Roadshow?
May I help you?
I may be beyond help. I just walked from what I think is an airport. I have no idea where I am.
This is the senior center.
Oh, for a moment I thought it was Jurassic Park. What is this place?
Minute.
I can see that. What's it called?
That is the name, Minute.
Is that in America?
No, it's in Alaska. If you look out those windows, you can see Russia from here.
Oh, Alaska. Oh, I did have too much to drink. The last thing I remember was boarding a plane in Baltimore.
That plane you just arrived on? Was there anyone else on the plane with you? A man or a woman named Betty Botter?
A man, but I didn't ask his name. He didn't look like a Betty.
Thank you. If you'll excuse us, we have an auction to get underway.
An antiques auction? I collect antiques.
You do?
Not live ones.
Oh.
It's a pie auction, part of the International Mother Mabel's Bake-Off competition. If you're interested, come back tomorrow, because we have a lot to do right now.
I don't have any place to go.
I don't mean to be rude, Mr.
I'm an actor.
Mr. I'm an actor. We're very busy.
No. My name is Roberts. Rex Roberts. Perhaps you've heard of me.
No.
I've done a few films, but mostly I do stage work. Shaw, Strindberg, Shakespeare.
Have you done Goodbye to the Clown?
No.
You should. Goodbye.
Is there a hotel in town?
I'll show you.
Oh my, that sounds like Julia Lyle. Miss Lyle, are you okay?
Did you hear me screaming at the top of my lungs? Of course I'm not all right! What kind of a kitchen are you running here? There is a shrew in there the size of a baguette.
Did you squash it?
It was larger than my shoe.
Larger than your shoe?
Oh, Phoebe, that's just hyperbole.
That's an odd name for a shrew.
Come on, Mark, let's take a look.
I'll see to Mr. Roberts.
Ms. Simone, is everything all right?
The incident with the shrew has completely unnerved me.
Mark will take care of it.
Me?
Oh, be a man for once.
You'll need a baseball bat, but maybe this rolling pin will help.
Eve?
Roger.
Eve?
Roger, you've said Eve twice now.
It's been a while.
No, you just said it.
I mean, it's been a while since I saw you last. A year, to be exact.
Really? I wouldn't know. I haven't been counting.
I have. It was MacArthur's Park. It was dark and raining.
Oh, yes, the Westlake Pie auction. I wore a yellow dress, and you wore a striped pair of pants.
You brought a Gravenstein apple raisin and cream bread pudding with apple lemon sauce.
And you brought ladyfingers a la mode. You remarked how plump and juicy my raisins were.
And you said I must be secure in my masculinity to slather peach ice cream on ladyfingers.
That wasn't very nice of me.
If I had to do it over again...
Don't. That pie has been baked.
I was going to say I wouldn't use peach ice cream again. What happened to us, Eve?
Too many kitchens, too many pies.
I was thinking, perhaps after this is all over and the flour has settled, maybe...
Don't. We'll never bake that recipe again. Besides, I'm seeing Simon.
Simon? Simple Simon? Simon Pyman?
Yes.
Why?
We met at a fair.
You know, he's never been featured on the cover of Rolling Pin magazine.
It doesn't matter. Simon and I are good in the kitchen, and that's all that matters to me. Roger, you need to move on.
Move on? How can I?
You don't have a choice.
Is he here? Is that sack of rotten potatoes here?
Same old Roger. No, it's just you, me, Julia Lyle, and one of the locals.
What about Betty Botter?
She's not here yet.
Too bad. She makes a wonderful blueberry pie.
With my recipe. I'll never forgive you for that, Roger.
I was angry. Is Betty coming?
Who knows? No one has heard from her in 2 weeks.
Too bad it couldn't have been someone else.
You make it sound as if she's dead.
Your words, not mine. I meant,
Julia. You'd like Julia out of the way.
again, your words, not mine.
Then I'll say it for you. Roger, aren't you tired of being a runner-up year after year? You know the fix is in. No one else has ever won first place 4 years in a row.
You think she's cheating? Greasing someone else's pie pan?
Oh, come on, Roger. You're not that naive. Betty has all but promised to reveal it in Baking Rogue.
What else has she promised to reveal in her book?
You mean about you and Betty?
Me and Betty?
And us, and everyone else. Everything. You better tie your apron strings tight. When Betty gets here, it's gonna be a lumpy night. Come on, I'll show you where to check in.
Thank you for taking care of that matter.
This helped.
I'm talking about our little meeting in Baltimore.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, right.
Guy,
Yes.
am I mistaken or was that a snub just now in the kitchen?
What are you talking about?
Oh, come on, Guy. This is Julia you're talking to. I'm not some chippy from cooking school. You've hardly said a word to me. I can read you like the cheap recipe on the back of a soup can.
Not that it makes any difference to you, but there is a lot to be done before tomorrow evening. Even the pretense of fairness takes time to organize.
The pretense of fairness?
How would you describe what I've been doing for you these last few years?
Obviously, you've got something on your chest.
It's you, and I want you off. I'm tired of doing your bidding.
My bidding?
Yes, your bidding. I can't do it any longer, Julia. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever again.
What is this? Gas pains? A sudden pang of conscience?
At least I have a conscience. That's more than I can say for you.
Look here, you little e-fit twerp. You'll do exactly as you're paid to do.
Blackmailed, you mean?
Oh, call it what you will.
That's exactly what I call it. I'm through, Julia. Finished. Kaput. I've compromised my integrity as much as I'm going to.
Oh, you haven't had any integrity for years, and you won't find any here.
I told you, I can't go on like this. I won't. I'm sick of the lies and pies. Do you know how disgusted I feel knowing that every other pie I sample is so much better than those ridiculous cherry pies you make year after year? Yet I still have to give you first place.
I should have known that one day the money and the snuggles wouldn't be enough. Now that Betty Barter's got you in her tongs.
What?
Oh, don't be stupid, you two-timing dollop of meringue. I know about you and Betty.
What is it you think you know about Betty and me?
Oh, Betty and I go way back. We went to high school together. I know how she operates. She's the only person I know who has fewer scruples than I. You don't think I know she's blackmailing you because she suspects you and I have an arrangement?
You're wrong. That's over.
Really? You're not a chapter in Baking Rogue?
Not anymore. Betty and I came to an understanding.
In other words, she lured you into her kitchen. And the spineless jellyfish you are, you didn't have the veal cutlets to refuse.
It's every chef for himself. Betty and I met 2 weeks ago in Baltimore and made an arrangement. Satisfied?
And what did that cost you? Your manhood?
She's making final changes to the manuscript. You're the one who needs to be worried.
It'll be her word against mine.
It will be Betty's word and my word against yours.
Oh, I see how it is. Both of you are as worthless as Mindy Chesterman.
Who is Mindy Chesterman?
Oh, another girl I went to high school with, always trying to compete with me, always trying to outdo me for Home Ec Student of the Year award. And just like Betty, she couldn't even boil water without a recipe book. And you're not even a man. You never were.
You really are a horrible woman. We're through, Julia. This time I'll judge the contest the way I see it.
After tomorrow night, darling, nobody has won the grand prize 5 years in a row. You make sure I get that prize, then you can be out of my life for good.
You didn't hear a word I said, did you? I don't have anything to lose.
Oh, don't be so sure.
That sounds like a threat.
Sounds? Oh, no, you're quite mistaken. It is a threat.
I can make threats, too.
Really?
Don't forget Betty's book hasn't gone to press yet. There's still a thing or two I could tell Betsy about you that she doesn't know.
A word to the wise guy. Be smart. Bon appetit!
What was that all about?
I'm through.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
Is it what I'm thinking?
How would I know what you're thinking?
Well, for some time I've had an idea you and Julia were up to no good. But everything is riding on this. If she wins, she'll be on the cover of every baking magazine in the country. This may even get her a television show, which will mean millions for Mother Mabel.
Are you kidding? No one has ever heard of this place. It's not even on the map.
That's why Julia needs to win this contest. We'll put it on the map.
Then you can do it without me. I quit.
You can't quit. You're under contract.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Fine. This can be your last contest. We'll tear up your contract, and then you can do whatever you want.
Help! Help! Something awful has happened. There's been an explosion in the kitchen.
Oh no, don't tell me something terrible has happened to Julia.
I'm afraid she may be.
Dead? Wouldn't you all love that? Well, it's gonna take more than a cherry bomb in my cherry pie to bring Julia Lyle down.
Someone put a bomb in your pie?
I stepped out of the kitchen for a few minutes, and when I came back, boom!
Someone wants to kill you? Who?
Put this on page 1. All of the contestants would like to see me dead. Since I've won the past 4 years, everyone wants to see me go down.
All right, I'll admit it. I do despise you. But I wouldn't try to murder you. I have too much self-respect.
Then maybe it was your ex-boyfriend.
Don't think I haven't thought about it. No, I take that back. I've dreamed about it, and for a moment I thought that dream had come true. I actually thought you'd gone to that great big kitchen in the sky.
Only my pie is in the sky.
Your pie has been destroyed?
As if you care.
But that means...
I know exactly what it means. You're jealous, all of you. Rather than rejoice in my continued success, you send me nasty unsigned letters, death threats, pie bombs. It's pie envy. That's what it is.
But if your pie has been destroyed...
Do you really think I'm that foolish? That cherry pie was a decoy. This is the real entry.
Breathtaking. I've never seen such a presentation.
I thought someone had done us a favor, Roger.
No such luck. Templeton will give her the prize ribbon, and that'll be it for another year.
He's as much a part of the problem as she is.
Hey, that woman you were asking me about, Betty Botter. There's an article about her here.
Probably something about that horrible book she's writing.
No, she's dead.
What?
Baking World mourns loss of controversial member. Betty Botter was found dead in her apartment today, almost 2 weeks after last being seen. Police report a surveillance camera shows an unidentified woman wearing a yellow dress entering Miss Botter's apartment and leaving 10 minutes later. Because the suspect was wearing a large straw hat, her face could not be seen. There's even a picture.
I don't recognize her. No, she doesn't look familiar.
She looks a bit big, don't you think?
Yes, but I really like the outfit. Yellow is such a springy color.
It has been widely circulated in baking circles that Miss Botter was writing a controversial tell-all book about the pie baking world, a fact corroborated by her agent, Barry Lingen. According to Mr. Lingen, Betty's book would have blown the crust off the pie baking world and exposed its seamy underside.
Oh no, poor Betty.
What's wrong with him?
Oh, he and Betty were playing patty cake.
Does it say how she died?
Bludgeoned to death with a can of cherry pie filling.
Cherry?
Oh, shut up. It wasn't me.
Wait, there's something else. Her laptop is missing.
Is that important?
Yes, the manuscript for Baking Rogue was on that laptop.
Oh, that's too bad. I hate to think that pack of lies will never see the light of day.
Unless she had a backup copy.
She did.
She did?
Where?
Right here. This is the key to my safe deposit box. Betty gave me a backup copy of the manuscript.
Why would she do that?
She said if anything happened to her, the truth had to come out. She gave me a copy as a symbol of trust, the trust that soulmates share.
Oh, I may vomit.
Have you read the manuscript yet?
No.
Did she tell you anything?
The last thing Betty told me was everyone comes out with egg on their faces, especially you, Julia.
That's if that manuscript's ever published.
If I have any say, it will be. There's one more thing. Betty found out something about Granny Goody, and it has something to do with Mother Mabel.
What? What did she find out?
I told you, I don't know, but when I get home, my first stop will be a visit to the safe deposit box.
What is on that backup copy of Betty Botter's book? What did Betty Botter discover about Granny Goody and Mother Mabel? We'll find out after this commercial break.
There has never been a coffee like this. Just a whiff of it brewing will wake you up. And just one sip will improve your alertness and increase your energy and enhance your concentration. Why? Because the beans of Stay Awake coffee have been infused with an extra something for a jolt. That will last all day and sometimes into the night. Be sure to start each day with Stay Awake coffee, where our motto is, if you're not shaken, You need another cup. That's Stay Awake Coffee, anytime you need a jolt.
As
Felicity,
our show continues, it's the morning of the pie baking contest, and Felicity is busy setting up the judging area.
Felicity, may I see you a moment?
Mark, I'm busy.
This is important. It isn't good news.
Oh, I know. I woke up and suddenly remembered where I am.
It's not that. Well, it's a little of that. It's Guy Templeton. I don't know how to say it.
Well, he's a weasel. We knew that.
He's gone.
What do you mean he's gone?
He's gone. Not here. Not among us.
He's dead?
I don't know. He's just gone.
Mark, I don't have time for this.
I'm serious. I was knocking on doors to make sure everyone was up, and when I knocked on Guy Templeton's door, Julia answered.
Julia was in Guy's room? You mean they...
Yes, they switched rooms without telling anyone. Julia said they switched in the middle of the night because her room was too cold. When I went to the room Julia had been staying in, there was no answer. I tried the door, and it was unlocked. Guy was gone, bags and all.
Huh, you mean Felicity and Phoebe went with him?
No, not those bags. His luggage. It looks like he packed up and cleared out.
The first plane doesn't leave for 10 minutes. I'll call the airstrip.
I just came from there. He's not there.
Well, then how could he have left?
The only thing I can think of is that he got a ride on the mail plane.
Oh, God. Without Guy Templeton, this auction is meaningless. It's practically meaningless anyway. But without him, we might as well pack it up now.
What are we going to do?
That's what I'm asking you. You're my personal assistant. That's what I pay you for. You need to come up with a plan. Unless otherwise, my goose is cooked, and your rump roast will be well done.
You put so much pressure on me. It's not good for my nerves.
The clock is ticking.
I need to meditate.
Tick, tick, tick.
All right. I'm thinking, could we substitute someone else for him?
Mark, I really don't respect you. Guy Templeton is an international celebrity.
You're right. We couldn't pull something like that off. What was I thinking?
Say that again?
What was I thinking?
Before.
We could never pull off something like that.
We could never pull off something like that. Mark, I could kiss you. You may be onto something. Yes, you're right. We could never pass off someone else as Guy Templeton. But what if we brought in a celebrity judge?
Who?
Him. And right on cue. He's an actor. He can pull something like this off.
This will never work.
And neither will we if we don't do something. Rex, we need a big favor.
What kind of favor?
One that pays well.
How well?
Very well.
All right, what do you want me to do?
We want you to pretend to be a gastronome.
I will not. Besides, I don't have one of those pointy little hats.
Not a gnome, you moron, a gastronome. You'll play yourself, but Rex Roberts will be a lover of food, a culinary expert, an epicure, a gourmand, a gourmet. We want you to judge the pie competition.
I don't know anything about pies.
That doesn't make any difference. You're an actor, aren't you? You can surely play a pie judge. Didn't you say you'd done Shaw, Shakespeare, and Strindberg?
Yes, but those were classic roles, not pastries.
Technically speaking, a roll is a pastry.
Yes, I see. But what happened to the chap who was here, Templeton?
He's
dead?
Gone.
Well, not gone as in dead.
Gone as in we can't find him.
Have you called the authorities?
Oh, this place doesn't have authorities.
Shouldn't someone be contacted?
We should wait until the contest is over. We don't need any bad publicity.
I should visit his room.
Why?
If I'm going to play a pie critic,
Judge,
pie judge, I need to see his room, to feel what remains of his energy, to absorb his essence.
oh, his energy's left the building.
Felicity, what is going on? Is this a meeting?
No, but now that everyone is here, I have an announcement. We've had a change of plans. Guy Templeton will not be able to judge.
Why not? Where is he?
He checked out.
He's dead.
Dead?
No, he just checked out.
Well, then, as far as I'm concerned, the contest is over. There's no point in going on. Julia Lyle is out.
Oh, that's too bad.
You'd like that, wouldn't you? In that case, I'm back in. Who's the judge then?
Mr. Roberts,
Oh, how delightful.
What does he know about pies?
it's a pie, not rocket science. Anyone can eat a piece of pie and a water ribbon.
Oh my, how our standards have plummeted.
This is the way it will work. I will introduce Mr. Roberts this evening as a celebrity judge and pie expert. Many of the locals will bring homemade pies for the silent charity auction. Afterwards, we will introduce each of you, announce the winners from among our celebrity entries, auction off your creations, and then we'll catch the next early flight out of this dump as quickly as we can.
Are we doing our jingle?
Where is Guy Templeton? Does Rex enjoy eating pie? We'll find out soon enough, I hope. In the meantime, feel free to move about and enjoy your stay awake coffee as we take a station break. And I'm sure after all this discussion of eating pies, you'd like one of your own. Well, you can be the lucky pie-eating folks by simply bidding, silent or spunkily, at our WUCB auction, starting in 5 minutes. Bon appetite!
When your tummy craves something yummy, reach for good, good. Mother Mabel's pies are good.
He's got it. Thank you, Mike, for the mic. The silent auction is closing, and the numbers of the winners, the paddle numbers of the winners, are being recorded and collected right now. And in just a minute, they're going to come forward with them. I am going to read them off. What we've done is we're putting the number, the paddle number of the winner, on the box with the pie. So, if you hear your number as the winner of the pie, please go and get your pie. You can bring it back to your table. You can share it with your table mates. You can bring it home. You can put it in the freezer for Thanksgiving. But we would like you to take them from those tables and bring them back to your table. At the end of the evening, following that, we're going to have a very brief and exciting live auction of some of the pies that you may have seen in the corner over there earlier. At the end of the play, those of you who have successfully bid and won one of the pies, we ask that you stop at the table that you checked in with your paddle number, and we have a list of all the paddle number people's names, and we will collect your money at that time. We have a cash box as well as checks that we can collect, so hopefully we'll be able to make change for everybody. Is that pretty clear? Okay. All right, yes. The pie plates, right, good question. Kitchen people, can we have some extra plates out? Or maybe even, I thought there were going to be extra. Some people, you have plates at your table, but, I'm sorry, hold on. Some people have asked for that, and if the pie plates that they've been baked in is what you're talking about, the pie tins and pans. Some people have said that they would like them back. They will probably contact you if their name should be on the bottom, okay? But they will also be given your name. They will also be given the winner's name, so if they have a glass pie pan that they would like to get back or something like that, then they will. I think we're ready. Wish I could read the first entry. Is that an 8? Standing by. Okay. So, for the vegetarian quiche, we have number 81 is the winner. For the apple pie number 1 by Betty Horton, 55. Paddle number 55 is the winner. For the special order apple pie number 1, 78 is the winner. For the dark chocolate chunk bourbon pecan pie, 50 is the winner. Apple pie by Chad Wigmore, number 78 is the winner. Special order apple pie by Chad Wigmore, paddle number 52. Mint ice cream pie, paddle number 65. Apple pie by Carol Drake, paddle number 55. Vegan chocolate mousse pie, paddle number 50. Gluten-free apple pie, paddle number 76. Special order gluten-free apple pie, paddle number 57. Macaroon cherry pie, paddle number 63. Special order macaroon cherry pie, paddle number 84. And apple cranberry pie, paddle number 52. We had a lot of pies. Summer berry pie, paddle number 63. Pumpkin pie, paddle number 74. Special order pumpkin pie, paddle number 65. Wild Maine blueberry pie, paddle number 87. Bumbleberry pie, paddle number 89. Quiche Lorraine, Number 71, pear and cranberry pie with ginger snap crumble, paddle number 51. Chocolate pudding pie with Oreo crust, paddle number 80. German Apfeltorte, paddle number 52. Wild chocolate cranberry pie, paddle number 56. Thank you. Special order frangipane tart, which was on the other table over there, paddle number 70. And special order live cherry pie, which is actually a special order of a choice of Mike's pie, paddle number 90. White chocolate cranberry pie, paddle number 56. Special order white chocolate cranberry pie, 54. And that's it. Winners, please go get your pies if you haven't already. And thank you all very much. And now, once we're going to give everybody a minute to get your pies and settle down, and if there's any conflicts, we can resolve them later. Special order ones you're going to pay for, and then I'll give you your bid sheets. That's a good question, Heidi. Thank you. So the special order one, in order to know that you have the special order, you're not going to walk away with a pie. You need to know about who the baker is, and they need to know who you are, and you'll have that conversation. And all of our bakers have asked to have them be delivered on or before Thanksgiving. We don't want to drag this on for too long. I want to recommend whoever got the ice cream pie, it looks like you, put it back in the freezer. I meant to do that about an hour ago. Okay, like I said. Okay, so let's see. Are we ready for some live auction pies? We have on deck 3 auctions, three pies to auction off, and 1 very special cake. So, the first one I want to introduce to you is a frangipane tart baked by Vicki Simpson. Now, Debbie is going to walk around and show you this lovely tart. It was one of the ones that was also special order. Years ago, Vicki and I worked on the membership committee together, and I remember her from time to time jetting off to France to visit her daughter. And I like to imagine that she learned about this pie as she was sitting on the Seine, people watching, sipping her double espresso, and having some lovely almond confection, because it is a French patisserie. Well, the truth is she did go to Paris often that year, but her love of almond baked goods, especially macaroons, came from the Italian bakeries in Boston, where she went to college for 50 years ago. She told me that, I didn't ask. Over 50 years ago, she said. And if you've ever been to the North End in Boston, you'll understand why. So, lucky for us, some things never change, and if you didn't win this pie as a special order pie in the silent auction, you have another chance right now to take this almond delight home with you. It's a frangipane tart, has a creamy mixture of wheat flour, ground almonds, butter, sugar, and eggs. It's filled with pear slices, raspberries, and a bit of seedless raspberry jam. We will start the bidding, as we did with all our pies, at $10. Raise your paddle if you would like to take this delicious tart home for $10. $10, people. You can't buy the ingredients. Okay, how many people are we going to see at 15? I'm going to bump this up. Okay, how about 20? 20 for this unbelievable. You go to Wild Oats, they're going to be 45. All right, we've got 30. Anybody for 30? Keep those paddles up if you got for 30. A frangipane tart for 30. Do I see anyone else going once, going twice? Oh, all right, there's another 30. How about 35? Anyone for 35? Do we have, okay, 35. Ooh, we got a nice war going here. 40, I got 40 for the frangipane, 40 for the frangipane. Oh, 36 for the frangipane. 37 for the frangipane. 38 for the frangipane. You know where this is going. 38, did I see 38? 37? Okay, 38 for number 89. Need a pencil. I need a pencil. Is there a pencil somewhere? Back here. Surely, yeah, got one. All right, got one. Okay, thanks. All right, 38. And that was number 89? Yep. Okay, great. All right. Okay, next up is, so this pie is called a lemon chess pie. And it stood out from the crowd for me for two reasons. One is this is the only lemon pie in the whole event, and I thought a bit of springtime in the middle of November sounds like a good thing. But the second is its name. What is a chess pie? So I learned a little bit. And according to our baker, Dana Rickman, who I don't believe is here tonight, are you here? No, she dropped it off earlier. It's an old Southern classic. The original source of this pie's name is uncertain, but some versions say the pie is related to cheese pies that the English and early American colonists made using cheese curds and custard. But there's no cheese. Others say the name alludes to pies being kept in chests. But the most well-known story has it that the cook or the server or the house baker responded to a question about what they were baking or serving up that day by saying, "I don't know, it's just pie." No matter the source, this pie will end up being called your favorite. No dairy, no nuts, this pie will titillate your senses with its delicious lemon tang. Debbie, again, is walking around with this. It's a small but rich and tangy pie. So again, we'll start the bidding at $10. Who would like to take a chess pie home? All right, we have a couple of bidders. How about 15? Do I see $15 for this chess pie? Excellent, excellent. How about 20? We have 20 for our chess pie. 25 for a chess pie. 25, see it? Do I have two 25s? I think I did. Did I see two 25s? I thought so. Okay, 30. Do we have 30 for a chess pie? 30 for a chess pie. All right. Going once, going twice. 30 it is for number, can't read it. 77, thank you. All right. And our third and final pie is a lattice top cherry pie. This is by baker Mike Heath. Now, Mike Heath is known around here for a lot of things at UUCB. Former board chairperson, former moderator, the person responsible for our security system, in case you didn't know, running the AV booth. He's just a go-to guy. But what you may not know is that he is also known as a pie maker extraordinaire. I did a little research, and at our auction in 2023, Mike's pies went for $45 each, 3 of them. So, with that in mind, consider his offering tonight. A lattice top cherry pie. Now, this pie is vegan, except, I love this, except for some butter in the crust. Apparently that doesn't count. But no nuts or dairy. Mike writes that he devised this recipe after several trials using different cherry sources. Most were good, but this one was far superior and his taste tester's absolute favorite. Concocted with non-GMO red tart cherries from Oregon, the filling is light and has a bright cherry taste, unlike some pies made from prepared cherry filling or cherries in syrup. The crust recipe uses only flour, butter, shortening, and a little sugar and salt. Julia Lyle's cherry pie may be award-winning in the end, but this one is better. So I'll start the bidding again at $10. How many people would like to see a cherry pie by Mike? Excellent. Okay, I'm going to go to 15. Hold them up if you're keeping bidding. 20. 25. All right, 30. 35. 40. 35 again. Who was 35? We had one at 35. Do we have two at 35? All right, 36. Here we go. 37. 38. All right, Heidi, nice job. No, oh, yes, 30. Another 38. Oh, okay, I thought you put it down. 39. Well, now what do I do? 38.50? No, I'm not doing that. I don't even have any coins. 38. We have 40. I did 40, but no 40? 39? Oh, we got one. All right, excellent. Woohoo, okay. Any competition for 40? All right, 40 it is. Thank you very much. Your number? What? Number, what is your number, please? 51. Okay, $40, 51. Okay, and finally, and then we can get back to our show, we have, whoops, pie for number 84, winner not to. Oh, goodness. Okay, we will work on that later. A little problem with pie for number 84. I'll get to that later. And now I've lost my final piece. Sorry, folks. I have too many pieces of paper here. Okay. So I said that our final entry, it was a late entry, came in just this morning, and it's not even a pie. It's a cake. And it's called an election cake. And I just couldn't pass it up. So it turns out this is baked by my friend Merritt Bainbridge, who's here with us tonight. She's from the Portland Church. She loves us. She wants to come be with us, but she lives too far away. She's a big supporter of Musan and works with me there. This is from a colonial Connecticut recipe that was served to voters during the lengthy process of casting their votes and counting their ballots. It's a fruit cake with raisins, pecans, wheat flour, brown sugar, and gingerbread spices. Merritt chose a heart-shaped cake pan instead of the double loaf pan that it usually is baked in, because no matter the outcome of this election, as we vote for love. So, yay, Merritt. I will start the bidding for this at $10 also, just in keeping. Excellent. We've got 2 bids at $10. How about 15? Look at that cake. That's going to serve a crowd. 20. Do I see 25? Do I see 30? 35. 35, 40. 45. 45. Heidi, you're out? Okay, 45 goes to number 66. All right, $45. Thank you very much. Okay, folks. Lights, camera, action. I'm out of here.
Welcome back to Radioland. Welcome back to UUCB Radio. Our pleasure is to have you with us each time we're on the air and zooming across the airways. So we will continue our show right after these welcome words from our sponsor, Mother Needs a Break.
Yes, at last, modern technology has created a product for the UUCB person who never gets a break to do the ever-present household chores. It's Mother Needs a Break for those drudgery tasks that only mothers used to do. All you need is to press the Need a Break button on the lightweight package delivered to your door, and then in a snap, thank you, a crack squad of wee helper elves charge into your home, and after their stay-awake coffee, they take over all of your household chores. So you can sit back, put up your feet, and have your own stay-awake coffee as you listen to your favorite radio show or read a dandy mystery. You'll know Mother Needs a Break Squad are doing the work for you. Just be careful that they don't clean out your refrigerator. They're hungry little buggers. Oh, and our product is available in our patented honeydew list formula for those tasks that Dad used to do.
Welcome back. As our show continues, it is now evening. Only a few minutes before the Minute Alaska Celebrity Pie Judging and Auction will begin. The 4 contestants, Julia, Minaret, Roger, and Eve, are awaiting the results.
Well, every pie has been auctioned off except for this one.
Good grief, what is that?
Did one of the locals bring that? No wonder no one bid on it.
It looks like some sort of a burrito with pie filling in it. Oh, I don't want that near me. Take that thing away.
Mark, get rid of it.
Leave it. I'll take care of it. We need to get started.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mother Mabel's Pie Auction in lovely Minute, Alaska. Words can't describe how we feel about you and your little town. And should we be invited back at some future date, you'll be sure we won't waste a second giving you an answer. The experiences we've had here and the memories we take with us are more than enough for one lifetime. No one should be as lucky as we are. Just a slight program note. We had hoped to have the esteemed food critic Guy Templeton with us tonight. But Mr. Templeton was called away unexpectedly. In his place will be noted actor of stage and screen, Mr. Rex Roberts. As you know, Mother Mabel hosts these events throughout the nation for charities and to honor the top bakers and recipes in the country. In addition to all the wonderful pies you brought this evening, we have pies baked by Julia Lyle, Eve Simone, Roger Marble, and your local entry, Minaret Towers.
That woman gave me food poisoning so she could take my place in this.
Yes, well, now we'll ask Mr. Roberts to announce the results.
Thank you, Felicity. And now for the big moment everyone has been waiting for. In 4th place, Minaret Towers and her key lime pie. In 3rd place, Eve Simone and her blueberry delight. In 2nd place, Julia Lyle and her very cherry pie.
Okay, Mark, start filling out your resume.
This is an outrage!
And in 1st place, this year's grand champion, Roger Marble and his Black Forest apple swirl.
Thank you, Rex, and thank you, everyone. We'll now begin the auction part of our program. According to Mother Mabel's rules, this is a cash-only auction. No checks or credit cards. Rex?
Thank you, Felicity. We'll start with our 4th place entry, the key lime pie by Minaret Towers. Look at this pie. This pie is the key to your dessert happiness. You'll unlock gasps of delight from your dinner guests when you serve this pie. Let's start the bidding at $10. Do I hear $10?
I'll take it. That's my favorite.
It's always time for key lime. Do I hear $20?
$20.
This is a prime key lime pie. Do I hear $30?
30.
It's always time for key lime pie. Do I hear $40? $40. This is prime key lime. Do I hear $50? $50.
50.
There's not much more time to bid on this key lime. Do I hear $60? $60. $60. $60. $60 going once, going twice. Sold.
Oh. Thank you very
I'm sure you'll
much.
enjoy it. Next up is our third place entry, a blueberry pie by Yves Simon. This pie is a delight. You'll be very, very happy when you take this pie home. Let's start the bidding at $10. Do I have $10? $10. $10. It's only $10. Do I have $20? Do I have $20? Don't be contrary. Bid on the blueberry. Do I have $30? $30. $30. Be a visionary. Bid on the blueberry. Do I hear $40? $40. It's not scary. Bid on the blueberry. Do I have $50? $50. I have $50. I'll be so berry blue if I need to let this pie go home for $50. Do I hear $60? $60. $60. Do I hear $70? $70. Do I hear $70? Do I hear $80? All right, going once, going twice. $80. Oh, this pie is just amazing. Do I hear $90? Going once, going twice for $80.
It's not real.
Next up is our second place entry,
The
a
best
cherry pie
here. It's the best pie here.
by Julia Lyle.
It's an
Feast-
award-winning pie.
Feast your eyes on this very, very legendary cherry pie. I promise you, there are no pits in this pie, even though it is the epitome of cherry pie. Let's start the bidding at $10. Do I hear $10 for this pie? $10, $10. $10 it is. Do I hear $20? $20? $20. Don't be wary. Bid on the cherry. Do I hear $30? $30. Be $30. Be a visionary. Bid on the cherry. Do I hear $40? $40. Don't tarry. Bid on the cherry. Do I hear $50? $50. You'll be so merry when you take home this cherry. Do I hear $60? $60. Do I hear $70? $70. Going one. $70. This is an award-winning pie. Do I hear $80? $80. I hear $80. Do I hear $90? $90. This cherry pie is beautiful. Going once, going twice for $90. And finally, our last entry, our first place entry, a Black Forest apple swirl by Roger Marble. Boo! This swirl is the apple of my eye, but I can't take it home. Only one of you can be the lucky one. Let's start the bidding at $10. Do I hear 10? Do I hear 10? $10. Do I hear 20? $20. Do I hear 30? $30. Give this swirl a whirl. Do I hear $40? $40. Do I hear $50? $50. You don't need a referral to bid on this swirl. Do I hear $60? $60. Do I hear $70? $70. If you can't see the forest for the trees, bid on this Black Forest. Do I hear $10 more than whatever the last bid was? Let's say it's $80. Do I hear $90? $90. Do I hear $100?
$100.
Do I hear $200? $200. Do I hear $210? Going once, going twice for $200. And that concludes our auction. Let's have a big round of applause for our winning bidders. Thank you very, very much.
There's one pie left.
Oh, no, that's not up for bid.
What are you talking about?
It's a mistake. It wasn't supposed to be here.
It's the best looking pie here. I want that pie. $1.
It's a fried pie, and it's not for sale.
It's on the auction table, and this is a charity fundraiser. $10.
All right, $10 it is.
My money is as good as anyone's.
Are there any other bids? None? Going once, twice?
$20.
Are you crazy?
He's right. It's a fundraiser. $20.
The bid is $20.
$30.
The bid is $30.
$40.
Do I 40 to Mr. Tucker?
$50.
Appalling. Absolutely appalling.
$100. I bid $100.
The bid is $100.
$500.
$1,000.
Bid is $1,000. Do I hear more than 1,000?
How much money do you have?
Oh, have you lost your mind?
How much? I want that pie.
I don't know, 700, that's it.
I'm in the spirit of giving. How much have you got?
700.
Oh, well. $2,000.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. The bid for this fried pie is $2,000. Congratulations, Mr. Tucker. You are a very generous man.
$5,000. $5,000.
Unbelievable. The bid is $5,000. Madam, do you have $5,000?
I'm loaded.
I can see that. But do you have $5,000 in cash on you?
You want it in big bills or small?
So, here's your pie, madam. Give this woman a big round of applause.
Somebody come quick! A body has been found in the storage freezer!
A body?
Someone call the authorities.
This is a small town. There are no authorities.
Everyone calm down. I'll take charge.
You're an actor.
Not quite. I hadn't planned on revealing myself yet. My name isn't Rex Roberts. It's Robert Rex. I'm an undercover detective from Baltimore. I came here to investigate the murder of Betty Botter in Baltimore 2 weeks ago.
Oh, this is preposterous. I'm leaving.
Stay right where you are, Miss Lyle. Until I've had a chance to make an investigation. This entire building is a crime scene.
Oh, this whole town is a crime scene, if you ask me.
I suggest everyone calm down, have dessert, drink some stay-away coffee. Freeze. I'll return shortly.
Come with me!
Just as I feared. It's Guy Templeton, who's been found in the storage freezer, wedged between ham hocks and turkey thighs.
I thought you you said Guy had checked out.
I was speaking euphemistically.
Oh, I love the romance languages.
Do you have any suspects?
7.
7? Look around you. This entire room is filled with suspects.
These people have been here barely more than an hour, and Guy Templeton is frozen as solid as an ice sculpture.
Are you including me among the suspects?
I believe we have to, Miss Muffet.
Oh, my.
A staff member reported seeing you with a bag of friendship dough.
No, no, no.
You deny it? It is a crime. A lump of friendship dough stuck to Mr. Templeton's face. He was suffocated with it.
Oh my, not very friendly.
Do you think Miss Muffet murdered Guy Templeton and Betty Botter?
That's what we're about to find out.
Oh, no. I've known Phoebe for years. Besides, I gave her that friendship dough. What possible motive could she have for killing Guy Templeton?
Oh, let's see. A struggling small-town newspaper reports a juicy murder that makes the national news. That might be just the recipe for a lot of attention.
Oh, God, that woman has seduced practically every man here. But she does like them alive, not dead. I'd consider myself a suspect before I'd consider her one.
We'll be... We'll be getting to you, Miss Hubbard. But first, we must begin with what we know about Betty Botter.
Her timer went off, and not a minute too soon.
What do you know about Betty's murder, Miss Simone?
Why are you asking me?
We've got to begin somewhere. And who better to start with than someone named Eve?
All I know is what you read to us from the paper. Betty's head was bashed in with a can of cherry pie filling. A woman in yellow was seen on the surveillance tape, and Betty's laptop is missing.
Clearly, the killer was after the unpublished manuscript.
You think?
I want to know who put the bomb in my cherry pie.
Too bad the bomb didn't kill you.
You can prove that?
Of course not, but you can't prove that I did. Besides, women don't plant bombs. It was probably Roger.
That's sexist.
Yesterday, when I told Roger that Betty hadn't been heard from in almost 2 weeks, he all but said it should have been Julia.
You snake!
Is that true, Mr. Marble?
No, I am not a snake.
Is it true what Miss Simone said, that you wished Miss Lyle hadn't been heard from?
Don't try to justify dating a moron by accusing me of a crime I didn't commit. Sure, I was tired of seeing Julia win, but if I was going to kill anyone, it would have been Eve Simone. First, she dumps me for Jack Horner, and then she dumps me for that idiot Simon Pyman.
He practically threatened to kill Julia.
It was you who said that Julia and Guy had an arrangement.
Miss Lyle and Mr. Templeton had an arrangement? Is that true?
Of course it's true.
I didn't kill Betty. The woman was so stupid. She thought pigs in a blanket was a sleepover. She was never a threat to me. Besides, what motive would I have had?
Because Betty knew about you and Guy. She knew everything. I bet you put that cherry bomb in your own pie. You wanted to make it look like someone else did it to divert attention away from you.
If I had killed Betty, I certainly wouldn't have bashed her over the head with a can of cherry pie filling and then left it at the scene. Why not just leave an autographed picture?
You made it so obvious. No one would suspect you.
Even if you didn't kill Betty, you could have killed Guy Templeton.
Don't forget, she and Mr. Templeton changed rooms.
Well, how much sense does that make? We change rooms and then I do away with him? Oh, give me some credit.
What time did the room switch take place?
Oh, I don't know, sometime after midnight, I think.
You can prove that?
No. The only thing I can be sure of is that was when I was in the other room, Mr. Tucker came knocking on the door. He looked shocked to see me. He said that Guy had asked for a personal wake-up call.
What time did he wish to be awakened?
Early, 5 o'clock.
Was it 5?
I don't know. There wasn't a clock in Guy's room. All I know is it was dark. I heard a plane fly overhead, and I couldn't get back to sleep.
Ha! Then Mr. Tucker was the last one to see him alive, and a plane that time of day would have been the 4 a.m. mail plane.
All I know is when I knocked on the door, there was no answer. The door was unlocked, so I went inside. Guy was gone.
If Betty knew about the arrangement between Julia and Guy, Julia would need to get rid of Betty. Guy would have immediately suspected Julia and attempted to blackmail her.
Oh, Guy wasn't blackmailing me. I was blackmailing him.
What?
Well, ever since the first pie contest, for certain favors, Guy threw the contest my way. I knew this could work to my advantage, so I threatened to expose him if he didn't continue voting for me.
For my money, Mr. Templeton killed Betty.
First of all, you don't have any money. Secondly, we are now officially broke. And thirdly, you're an idiot, Mark.
If Betty knew about the arrangement between Mrs. Lyle and Mr. Templeton, perhaps Betty was blackmailing Mr. Templeton. He conks her on the head with a can of heavy syrup pie filling, and voila, one less problem.
I think Eve Simone did it. If you look at her Bitter Buddy blueberry buckle recipe, it's identical to Betty Botter's. She stole it from Betty.
Yes, it is the same recipe.
So you did have a motive to kill Betty?
The recipe was mine in the first place. Roger Marble gave it to Betty when I dumped him for Jack Horner. He did it for spite. But no, I didn't kill her. I'm better than one recipe. Even if I did knock off Betty, why would I kill Guy?
Another victim might divert suspicion. And don't forget, the last time I saw you, you were wearing a yellow dress.
Is that true? You own a yellow dress?
Look at the picture again. Does that look like me? The woman in the straw hat is the size of a horse. As the only man in the competition, if you can call him that. Roger knew he didn't stand a chance against Julia, Betty, or me. By giving Betty my recipe, he thought he'd get even with me. And when he realized it made no difference, he killed Betty to frame me.
There's not a single piece of evidence to prove that.
Except that our investigators in Baltimore discovered several checks written by you to Betty Botter.
After I gave Betty Eve's recipe, Betty attempted to extort money from me. She said unless I paid her, she would report me to Mother Mabel for having given her Eve's recipe. If I didn't pay up, I could lose Mother Mabel's sponsorship.
And there was a note on Betty's desk that read GT plus FH.
GT, that must be Guy Templeton.
Presumably. And could FH be Felicity Hubbard?
Fine. I knew about Guy's arrangement with Julia, and I had threatened to expose him unless he made sure Julia won her 5th grand prize award.
Wait. You wanted Julia to win?
Of course. Winning 5 times would have been unprecedented. It would have brought Mother Mabel a slew of publicity and sponsorships.
I see. Well, this much is clear.
Nothing is clear.
Except that each and every one of you wanted to prevent Betty's book from being published, so you all had an obvious motive, and you all had opportunity to kill Mr. Templeton during the night, not to mention you were all in Baltimore the weekend of Betty's murder.
That's it? That's all you've got?
Yes, one big, convoluted, circumstantial mess.
That proves nothing.
What about the cherry bomb in my pie? I mean, any one of them could have done it. I mean, even her. You're awfully quiet all of a sudden.
It's about time you noticed me. And yes, you actually got that right. It was me who caused your pie to explode.
What?
I did it. I confess.
You did? Why confess?
To get even.
To get even? I don't even know you.
Oh, you knew me and Betty Botter, and I hated you both. Both of you always made fun of me in high school.
Mindy Chesterman!
You admit to blowing up Miss Lyle's pie? Why?
We went to high school together, and she always made fun of me. She always stole the baking contest from me and everyone else. I wanted to get back at her. So that's why I always applied to get a baking contest here in Minute. This year, when we finally won, I wanted to get some way to get even with her.
Maybe I can understand why you'd kill me, but why kill Guy Templeton and Betty Botter?
No. I didn't kill them, and I wasn't trying to kill you. It wasn't even an explosive in that pie. It was just a burst of compressed air. I only wanted to humiliate you.
I want to make a confession as well. Betty Botter was trying to blackmail me.
You know, for being in the pie baking world, you folks sure are not upper crust.
Please don't think I killed her just because she discovered I was having a relationship with...
I don't think that, because I'm more interested in Mr. Tucker.
Why me?
In any investigation, the police always hold back an essential piece of information. Mr. Tucker, you revealed that you knew the can of cherry pie filling used as the murder weapon was heavy syrup.
Oh, come on, that's your big clue. Come on, everyone knows Julia uses only heavy syrup. That's no secret.
All circumstantial. Unless you have a solid piece of evidence, you've got nothing.
One thing, the safe deposit key Mr. Templeton showed us, it's missing. My guess is that whoever killed Mr. Templeton has possession of the key right now.
Does this mean a strip search? I'll go first. Shall I undress right here?
That won't be necessary, Miss Muffet. We'll search everyone and everywhere for that key. This should only take a few minutes. Hello, everyone. Searching you. I love your yellow dress. It's quite nice. Searching you. Mark, I'll be back for you later. I'm back again. Still a very nice yellow dress.
Satisfied, Detective?
No.
Well, this has been very exciting. I think I'll have a nice cup of Stay Awake coffee and see if that lovely lady will give me a slice of Minaret's wonderful key lime pie.
What was that?
Coffee?
No. After that.
Pie?
Yes! Key lime pie! I need that pie. In the name of the law, give me that pie. Do you understand? It's key lime pie. The key is in the pie.
It's my pie.
There, give me. Not sorry. Will you take a check?
Hey, my pie is gone.
What?
My pie, my $5,000 pie.
Of course. Why didn't I think of it? A pie that no one else would want except you. Hand over that pie.
Stand back. I've learned and I am not afraid to use it.
Oh, you don't have a gun. He just frisked you, remember?
Oh, I'm the one with the gun. Don't make me reach for it. Now hand me that pie.
Oh my God, Mark, it was you? You killed Betty?
But the surveillance video showed a woman in a straw hat and a yellow dress going into Betty's apartment.
That was me.
You're a cross-dresser?
It was a disguise to confuse the police.
Oh, why did you do it, Mark?
Because Betty Botter was blackmailing me. She found out that I am Granny Goody.
What? You're Granny Goody?
For goodness sakes, man, get some help.
Why, Mark? Why?
Because I was tired of working for Mother Mabel and for you.
I worked like a dog and got nothing to show for it.
It's your job.
That's why I created Granny Goody. I wanted to ruin Mother Mabel. And once and for all, I made sure that Minute got the contract. Having the contest here was going to be the nail in the coffin. Only Betty found out and ruined everything.
Well, my work here is done. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of your evening. You come with me.
Oh, 1 minute. Wait just a second. Mr. Tucker, I love that yellow outfit. May I have it?
As far as I'm concerned, Betty got her just desserts. Bon appetit.
Just a reminder to everybody who bought a pie tonight, either in the live or the silent auction, please stop off at the table on the way out to pay. Thank you. And if you bought a special order pie, we have that bid sheet for you to take home with the name of the baker.
Yeah, that's good. We all did a good job.
Yeah, you tried.
I'm glad it's over.